Today, in this podcast, I want to talk about friends versus lovers etiquette. My name is Eric, and welcome to the craziness that lives inside my head. So, a lot of you may say, what is he talking about? Etiquette. You know, does society have certain things you do and don't do in public? You know, I have a lot of friends who won't go to dinner with me because I don't have any etiquette. I pick my nose and pick my teeth at the table. So I don't have friends that go out to dinner with me in a restaurant. They don't want to be seen in public with me. But I've come across something recently in relationships that brought me back to the not all my relationships, but this brought me back to something that was said to me back in 1988. As a good friend of mine, he said, I got into a relationship who was the first guy in my whole life, but no one have done this since him, who wanted to marry me. And my friend, very good friend, we've been friends for like 5 years. And he said, when he found out that I had this new boyfriend, he goes, you know, that's what I don't like about you, homosexual. He used the other word, but I'll be nice. That's what I don't like about you, homosexuals. You get into relationships and you forget about all your friends. And I thought about that recently. I mean, when he said it at the time, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. If you're my friend, you're my friend. If anything, you should be happy that I was 300 and change. You should be happy that I had a boyfriend. Well, he didn't have one either at the time, but I had one. Maybe I should think maybe that was what was it. He was just jealous because I had a boyfriend and he didn't have one. But then recently, it brought a lot of that to mind. So if you have friends and you have etiquette, no, you don't. I mean, you treat your friends as a friend. You treat your lover as, I guess, a lover. I always said back in the day, I don't have sex with my friends. My friends are my friends, and my F buddies are my F buddies, and my lover's my lover. I mean, I had them all spread out. Because if you're my F buddy, chances are we're not going to be lovers. And chances are we're not going to be friends. Because the way I figure, a friend is a loyal friend. Loyal. Well, I hate to use the terminology. I don't expect a friend to die for me. I do expect my lover to die for me, but I don't expect my friends to die for me. And then you have friends. You also have I call it acquaintances. Who a lot of people say friends. For me, acquaintances are people I work with. We don't hang out. We don't go to lunch together, but we work together. And we talk and have a good time at work. In my opinion, those are more like acquaintances, but you could call them friends. I mean, if it turns out one of those acquaintances decided we go to lunch together, blah, 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 we do things together, then they go into the friend column. But my friends column is for me, my friends will have to understand if I'm in a relationship that no, if we used to spend 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, I couldn't spend any time with anybody. When you get in a relationship, those things can't happen. And vice versa. If you have a lover, you want to be with your lover all the time. But then even your lover has to understand that you're not attached to the hip. There may be times I want to be with my friends, maybe times he want to be with his friends. Now we talk about the etiquette, whatever you call that word. You know what word I'm talking about. Because relationships are very interesting and what I thought in the gay community. Recently, with this new generation coming up, they know what open relationship is all about. Because back in the 70s and 80s, gay men That's the first time I heard of open relationship was between gay men. Those relationships are really weird because that's where to me, it blinds friends and lovers. It blinds them because I've known friends who have what I thought they were between the two, mutual friends. They were friends, mutual friends. To find out later, and they were both in relationships, but to find out later they were fooling around. It's sad. It's very sad. A lot of that came out during the 80s, and we all know what that was all about. I do know a situation where a friend of mine was in a relationship pretty long. Wasn't just somebody he picked up. And then he passed away, as say with AIDS. And then another person, another mutual friend of mine was acting kind of strange to find out he confided in me that the mutual friend who was in this long time relationship that just died of AIDS, he was having sex with him on the side. I mean, that's a side chick, by the way. And I don't like, wow. See, I can't do that. If you're my friend, you're my friend. We're just going to be friends. If I want to have sex with somebody, if I want to have sex with you, that's not for me, that is not in the realm of friendship. That's a fuck buddy. And then that's it. I mean, I don't want to be. I had somebody say that to me. They don't want to be my friend. They want to have sex with me. They don't want to be my friend. They say this is somebody I broke up with back in 1988. Because I told after we broke up, I said, we could be friends. I like the person. He liked me. I like him, so we could be friends. He goes, well, I pick my friends. And that was the last time I saw him. But when he said I picked so what the fuck was I? Okay, you said we were going to be lovers, so all of a sudden we can't be friends? So anyway, I don't have sex with my friends. I had to tell quite a few friends of this back in the 80s and 70s. I said, I don't have sex with my friends. So, the etiquette. So now recently, I've had 2 or 3 friends who's always questioning me about my other friends. What do they do? Do they do this? Do they do that? Blah, blah, blah. Then when they said, is he a top? Is he a bottom? Then I go, whoa. You're my friend. I am not going to set you up with another friend who's in a relationship. And I've seen that in my days. I've seen that, believe it or not, I've seen that with straight people. I've seen married women who would fix their girlfriends up, their girlfriends with guys who they knew that the guy may not be married, but he was fooling around with another. It's all crazy. I think I did a podcast on the side chick. I mean, back in the day, everybody had a side chick. And then I never understood the side chick and the main squeeze and fuck buddies and I don't know what you call somebody. If you're not in a monogamous relationship, if you're in an open relationship, so who are all those people? What do you call all those people you having sex with? What's the etiquette with that? What's up with that anyway? You just heard the craziness that lives inside my head.